Some disappearances begin with a mistake. Others begin with a bad decision, but some begin with a series of strange events that even years later nobody can fully explain. This is the disappearance of Bryce Laspisa, a young man whose final known movements remain one of the most baffling mysteries in America. August 30th, 2013, 19-year-old Bryce Laspisa was a college student attending school in Northern California. To friends and family, he appeared to have a bright future ahead of him, but in the days leading up to his disappearance, something seemed different. Something wasn't right. Friends later reported unusual behavior. His mother received phone calls that left her concerned, yet nobody could have imagined what would happen next. On August 28th, Bryce began driving south toward his parents' home in Laguna Niguel, California. The trip should have taken only a few hours. Instead, it became a mystery. Throughout the day, Bryce's parents received updates about his location. At one point, they learned he had been sitting in the same area for hours, not moving, not continuing his journey, just waiting, for reasons nobody could explain. As concern grew, family members repeatedly contacted him. Bryce reportedly assured them he was fine, but his actions told a different story. Hour after hour passed, and still he wasn't heading home. Then, late that night, Bryce finally resumed driving. His parents believed he was now on his way, but before sunrise, everything changed. Authorities later discovered Bryce's Toyota Highlander overturned near Castaic Lake in Southern California. The vehicle had gone down an embankment after crashing through a barrier. When investigators examined the scene, they found something astonishing. Bryce was gone. His wallet was found, his phone was found, personal belongings remained near the vehicle, but Bryce himself had vanished. Imagine that scene. A wrecked SUV, a dark California hillside, a lake nearby, and no sign of the driver. Search teams immediately launched an extensive operation. Divers searched the water, helicopters scanned the area, tracking dogs followed possible trails, volunteers joined the effort. But despite massive searches, there was no trace of Bryce Laspisa. No confirmed sightings, no body, no answers. And that's where the mystery truly begins. Did Bryce survive the crash and walk away? Was he suffering from emotional distress? Did he intentionally disappear? Or did something happen after he left the crash site? Over the years, numerous reported sightings surfaced across the country. Some claimed to have seen Bryce in different states. Others believed he may have started a new life. But none of the sightings were ever confirmed. And perhaps that's what makes this case so haunting, because unlike many missing person cases, there appears to be a point where Bryce was alive after the crash. Then, suddenly, the trail ends. More than a decade later, his family still searches for answers, and somewhere out there, the truth still exists, hidden in a memory, a witness account, or perhaps in a detail nobody recognized at the time. Until those answers are found, the disappearance of Bryce Laspisa remains one of California's most enduring mysteries. A long drive home, a crashed vehicle, and a young man who vanished without a trace. Now I want to hear from you. What do you think happened to Bryce Laspisa? Do you believe he intentionally disappeared and started over somewhere else? Or do you think something happened after he walked away from that crashed vehicle? Leave your theory in the comments below. I read every comment, and some of the most interesting discussions come from viewers like you. If you enjoyed this documentary, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more real missing person cases and unsolved mysteries. Because every missing person deserves to be remembered, and every mystery deserves an answer. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.